In preparation for my annual performance review, I have rated my soft skills and compiled them, rating on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being highly proficient and developed. I'll begin by saying that all these skills I use on a daily basis, and so I do believe that I rank a bit higher compared to others because my position requires strong utilization of these skills. In regards to my communication, I would rate myself a 5. I've learned over the years in past positions how important it is to speak up as well as how to do it effectively and respectively. Additionally, my position as Title and Registration Operations Specialist requires communication round the clock on a daily basis. Strong, clear, and fluent communication is the key to getting the point across within this department, teaching others, and creating and building relationships. For example, when we were approved and granted access to utilizing our Massachusetts dealer's license, we had to communicate that with various teams since our process has changed. The teams that needed specific catered information related were the delivery team, leadership team, and customer service team. I created a different slideshow for each team as well as a Zoom meeting to explain each and share, which included specific talking points for how this change affects each group individually and what the next steps are. It was important to speak clearly and firmly, but also be friendly and open to questions at the end of each slide. I also made sure not to use any slang or jargon and spelled out any abbreviations I would usually use with my own team to make sure for better understanding. Then I forwarded the link to other participants, made sure that all participants that actually joined the Zoom reviewed on their own, and left them the option to Slack me individually as things came up and that may need further answers or changes. With regards to my critical thinking, I would rate it at a 4 rather than a 5, as I think I do a great job with this skill, but I feel that there is room for improvement as I go farther in my career. Right now, I do a great job of acting upon any issues that are brought up and devising a plan on how to solve the problem or to make a process more efficient. However, there are numerous times that I find myself not really knowing what the next move would be, especially if there are multiple scenarios that could each work well, but in a different way. For example, I weekly find myself realizing that the day is coming to an end and some unplanned tasks had gotten in my way earlier in the day, and that I might not have enough time to do what is really left. To make sure that I actually reach my metric goals by the time my shift is over, it takes a good amount of critical thinking to strategically plan what is left to do, which tasks are the priority, how long it's going to take me, and if I can ask my team to help me out with anything. Which I enjoy doing because it does take a lot of communication and collaboration, which I'm good at, but this position has really helped me improve my critical thinking, as I think I would have only rated myself a 3 before I started this position, as I didn't really use it too much in my previous time at CarMax and Target. For leadership, I think I'm at a solid 4 right now. I've been in lower level leadership position for the past 2 to 3 years, and I think I'm doing very well and have many examples of impressive scenarios where I really stepped up. However, a good leader has a lot of experience and has had more time developing skills, in my own opinion. I'm not suggesting that a leader has to be older, it's just that I'm only 21 and I'm still learning as I progress in my career and what a good leader looks like. On a daily basis, I'm able to take initiatives, be a resource, handle customer escalations, and set a good example for my team. I often do a lot of leadership tasks such as auditing, team training, and communication of process changes, reminders, new hires, and events. More training and finishing my degree will help with what other learning I have left to be a better leader, so I do think there is that room for improvement. For positive attitude, I'd give myself a 4, as I really try my best to see the bright side of things and to keep my head up during tough situations, ranging from just a busy day to mistakes with paperwork to company wide layoffs. Unfortunately, it is really easy to get a bit flustered doing my specific job, especially when most mistakes, even minor, require a lot of cleanup and backtracking to fix. An example from just today is selling a pre registered car and having a specialist drive it to delivery and getting in an accident on the way there. Obviously, the fear and concern for our employee driving was there, but also the thought that has to go into canceling the registration, applying for a withdrawn and voided title, calling the customer to explain the situation, and calling the bank that we took a check from to figure out how to cancel that transaction or pay the money back. It's overwhelming, especially when other functions of the day have to keep going and must be attended to. I can't always fake a smile either. However, I don't want to feel hopeless and angry about anything, specifically when I can just use my attitude to spin it around with a positive twist. I think it's important to keep my spirits high and to be a positive example for my team and not to let all of our problems get to me, as my job is to solve it and provide insight to those who need it, not stress out about it. So there's definitely a little bit of room for improvement there, as I do catch myself feeling rather down after certain scenarios where I feel like I could have done better or where I'm getting a little more stressed than I usually am. For teamwork, I think I'm a 5 here. I love collaboration, and I strive in an office environment where everyone helps each other, asks questions, relies and respects each other, and makes an effort to actually put forth a lending hand as well as just being very friendly. Every day I have to utilize my teamwork skills, like splitting up the daily tasks or solving one problem together through multiple inputs. It's a very valuable skill that only gets stronger with time, and I think that I'm very well developed here. For work ethic, I think my ethic is also out of 5, as I really love to get the job done, the satisfaction of problem solving, asking questions, showing up on time when scheduled every day, and being eager to always learn more and continue training. I also love thinking outside the box and taking on new challenges, which helps build work ethic as well because I become a better, experienced worker and leader, which flows into other categories like leadership and critical thinking too. For time management, I'd rate my time management as a 4 right now. I think that time management is sort of a part of work ethic, as in being on time for shifts. However, it also relates to the daily balance of tasks, so it's a a tough skill to learn and perfect. Being able to evaluate all the tasks for the day or the week, and being able to effectively break them down and know which ones to prioritize and which ones will require extra resources, like including other coworkers, having a meeting being held, or will anything that will carry into the second day. It's all important to take into consideration. Like I said before, when it comes down to the last hour of the day, it's crucial to know how to best spend it and how to communicate with others for what has to be done and what has already been done. I'm usually really great, but I do find out that lots of times, like a bit late in the morning, I'm running a bit late and jumping into Zoom calls a bit late too, just from losing track of time, stuck in traffic, running over in other meetings. So some things are avoidable on my own part, other things are unavoidable, but I just think there's always a little room for improvement there. It's nothing that I've completely mastered yet. I can avoid this in the future too by setting reminders with timers to go off, which would help me join more like meetings on time as well. I'd also rate my organization at a 5, as I can never leave at the end of the day without clearing off my desk and putting all my tools and paperwork back where it belongs and where it came from. This goes a long way as it helps to have others know where everything is, being able to find stuff easily, but also knowing that it helps me focus when my desk is clean. Clutter is not a good look. It's hard to keep track of. Results in lost paperwork, documents accidentally moving to the wrong pile, which has actually happened before. An example is when a coworker had wrongfully put signed customer documents in the shred pile that he created, and that went right into the shred bin. We lost our paperwork. So being aware of when a mess starts to form, pausing for a moment to clean it and reorganizing goes such a long way and helps to demonstrate to others that you are organized, which demonstrates leadership as well, taking the initiative, showing others what to do to be more organized, offering to help, and also just setting a good team example. So overall, that's my compiled list of my soft skills. Not everything obviously is mastered and perfect, but I do feel like I practice all of these on a daily basis, and I have a very strong skill set overall, and that I'm practicing all of these well. And anything that I'm not practicing as best as I want to, I'm taking the steps to train better and learn more.